Hey, Dodger viewers, just wanted to throw in a quick thought here. I was taking a look at something that just popped up. It's by Travis Wayne Goodsell, whom I occasionally listen to. And he's got this little clip, probably ran on the church's channel, with President Russell Nelson announcing the forthcoming closure for 4 years of the Salt Lake Temple for some renovation, something that we got a comment on earlier as expected to occur. And Nelson is obviously suffering from dementia. You can see the deterioration occurring. I just wanted to contrast that with the promise found in the Oath and Covenant by the Priesthood, Section 84, when we are sanctified into the renewing of our bodies. And I was reading a little article on LDS.org where they're mentioning Hugh B. Brown, who was, I believe, an apostle. I've listened to a famous talk of his called Profile of a Prophet. Anyway, very authoritatively written in the Ensign, stating how he knew that President David O. McKay had been renewed unto the, that his body sanctified under the renewing of his body, and that many of them had experienced this so that they were able to miraculously accomplish their callings. We know that Ezra Taft Benson was in pretty bad shape before he passed away, and some say, I think it was DJ Norman, who also said he thought that, or he maybe was aware, and was telling us that Russell Nelson performed some sort of surgery, some sort of lobotomy or something on him as part of whatever they were doing to that guy. I've heard a number of things. He wasn't necessarily cooperative, although he is a bloodline family. So I question that. He's supposed to be in the 13th bloodline. I believe I've read that with Fritz Springmeier's research. Anyway, let's look at Nelson here. He's really blowing it, and I recently saw something with Jonathan Streeter, which wasn't emphasizing this, but just noted how Dallin was, kind of mentoring him through mistakes he made. Plus the lip reading thing, it looked like Dallin Oaks was using like Aleister Crowley magic on him. Really trippy. So let's look at this. Let's look at Nelson here.
Now is the time when we should proceed. Therefore, I would like to announce that the Salt Lake Temple will be closed effective December 29th, 2029. It will remain closed for a period of approximately 4 years.
So it's closing in 2029 for 4 years. Now they're going to say, sorry, you're really screwed up. Now he's going to blow his correction totally too.
Is that the only mistake I've made all day?
Yeah, not the correction, but the comment.
December 29th, 2019. 2019.
Now he's got it right. Yeah, it's 2019. He looks so clueless.
Is that clear?
Is that clear?
Okay. Not next year, but this year.
Not next year, but this year. Not next year. Okay, he named it 10 years out. And then he gets corrected. And then he tells us, I don't know what Goodsell's got here. He's got the weirdest shit. And then he says not next year, but this year. The guy doesn't know his rear end from a hole in the ground at this point. He looks absolutely clueless. So how does this work with the doctrine that we're openly taught of the renewing of our bodies after being sanctified by the Spirit, so that we can function in our callings, which Hugh B. Brown said that that some of the brethren couldn't have done without this spiritual gift, because they were sanctified under the renewing of their bodies by keeping the oath and covenant of the priesthood. That's one of the promises in Section 84. Not to mention what I believe I've read regarding the second anointing, with a promise to live basically as long as you wanted to. Kind of like what you find in the Book of Mormon, where the 9 are told they'll live to the age of a man and die at the age of 72, the 12 disciples, and then the 3 were going to not suffer death, right? And 3rd Nephi. So how do we reconcile this? I mean, obviously, I know that it's all BS, but believing LDS, when they're looking at this guy going senile, how do they deal with that if they've read the scriptures, or if they, of course, not many of them know much about the second anointing, where he certainly shouldn't be in a state of mental decline like this before passing away, if he has the choice of when he's going to pass away. I probably want to reread that before I'm sure that that's what it said, but I'm pretty sure it said something very similar to that. Section 84 is enough, though. We've got a prophet in mental decline who seems to be, being put up there to say things and can't even be coached through the most basic things at times, when he appears to be suffering from dementia. All right.